Hearties, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a fun little Q&A. On my last video that I uploaded, I put a question out to you guys to ask me some questions of anything that you guys wanted to know. I also put it out on Instagram, so I'm going to be answering all of the questions that you guys asked me today. So I'm not going to be saying every single person's name who asked all of the questions because a lot of you guys asked repeat questions, like multiple people. So I'm just going to be answering the question once in general, and hopefully the answer finds you. Okay, so we're going to start with Instagram first. Ava asks, when and why did you go vegan? I'm a huge fan of your channel, by the way, and I am a 12-year-old vegan. Thank you, Ava. That's very sweet of you, and I'm happy to hear that you're vegan. Originally, I went vegan because I wanted to lose weight, and I knew that eating a really clean, whole, plant-based diet was a great way to stay healthy and stay fit. So originally, I didn't actually intend to go vegan. About 3 years ago, I was actually just looking for a quick and easy way to lose weight, and I was doing a lot of research and doing different diets and things. I was eating a lot of fast food at the time. I wasn't happy. I didn't feel good. I had zero energy. None of that stuff was healthy. There was really negative effects on my body after trying a couple of those diets. If you guys want like a longer story or like a whole video about this, I could totally do another video about this separately. But the short of it is I just wanted to get healthier and just feel better. And I found Freely the Banana Girl on YouTube, and I did a lot of research and watched all of her videos, and I just could not get enough. I saw so many girls telling their stories online and seeing the results and how much better they felt and how they had gotten healthy from doing a vegan lifestyle. And then of course, whenever you're researching about the vegan lifestyle and how healthy and how good it makes you feel, you also see the effects on animals and the planet. And I found that it was just a lifestyle that isn't a diet. It's not a fad. It's something that you really do have to commit to. So I just made the switch. I went completely vegan in one day and I stuck to it. The first few months were really, really hard. Again, I can make a whole video on this. But once I got through the first couple months, it became a breeze, and now here I am 3 years later, and it is the easiest thing ever. Maggie Moo says, what's your dream job dealing with animals, and what is your favorite restaurant? P.S. Love your videos. Thank you, Maggie. My dream job is to just work with animals, really in a rescue capacity. I know you guys have heard I mentioned Animal Wonders Montana in my favorite YouTuber video. My dream job is essentially that, not necessarily being like a huge YouTuber. I do love YouTube. I love making videos, and I don't think it's something I would ever stop doing, at least not for the foreseeable future. But I would love to rescue animals on a much bigger scale. I would love to have my own farm, my own property, and also have maybe volunteers or helpers to come help me with the animals. That would be amazing. I would love that. Obviously, that is like the dream, but I do think that I have the potential to get there one day. I'm confident in myself, so I feel like I can do it. It's just gonna take me a little while, obviously, to get to that point. What is the hardest thing to give up when you went vegan? The hardest thing for me to give up when I went vegan was probably dairy. Another thing that was really hard was eggs. Not eggs themselves. I actually have never liked eggs. I've never liked eating eggs, but you would be surprised and shocked at how many products contain eggs, like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a huge one that I struggled with. Of course, now I have vegan mayo, so that's not really a big deal, but I still struggle with sauces. Like, there are sauces at Taco Bell and things like that that I really struggle not to get or not to want. I never really had a problem with sour cream or cheese itself or anything like that, but pretty much just like mayonnaise and sauces and like chips that have powdered dairy on them. I found that I have a really hard time. I still struggle with that. I'm not a perfect vegan, but that was probably the biggest thing that I struggled with. Giving up animal flesh was not a problem at all for me. It's disgusting and it's horrible for you. Also, it's animal flesh. So that wasn't hard at all, but definitely probably the dairy side of it. Would I ever consider getting a Syrian hamster? Yeah, I would. I mean, I would never say absolutely not or anything like that. I love hamsters. I think they're adorable, and they're such an easy and fun pet to have for me in my life and my situation. But if something happened to Moo, would I go out to the store the next day and get a Syrian? No, probably not. I think I would probably like take a minute, and I have to feel like a connection with my animals like Moo did. The minute I saw her, I knew that I wanted her. But if I went to the store and I saw a cute little Syrian and I felt a connection with it the way that I did with Moo, would I get it? Probably. What is your dream pet? So a lot of people have asked me what my dream pet is, so I'm going to answer this question once, but it's basically a variation of this question, like what's an animal you want, what is an animal that you would love to have, that type of thing, just different wording. So I have a lot of dream pets that I would love to have, and I feel like one day I will have all of these animals, you know what I mean, like throughout my life. But one thing for sure is a Jersey cow. I would love to have a Jersey cow. now. I would also love to have a Friesian horse. I would love to have a Clydesdale or a draft horse. I think they're beautiful and so majestic. Whether or not I ever get to, that's like a distant dream. I mean, that's essentially why it's a dream pet, but I would love to have a horse. Obviously, I do rescue and things like that, so to guarantee getting a Friesian is like so far gone because they're like $10,000 usually. Friesians are pretty rare and kind of hard to get, and so it may never happen, but if I could just rescue like a black horse, I think that would be cool too. It doesn't have to be a Friesian or a Clydesdale. I do think they're beautiful, but yeah, I guess those are kind of like a dream pet. All the other pets that I want are pretty much in my reach, but I think that like a Friesian or a Clydesdale is like one of those that would be harder to get. Who do I look up to the most? In terms of my everyday life, I look up to my husband. I really love my husband. He's my best friend and he's such a good person. He's just so strong and he's so determined and he knows what he wants, and I just love that about him. I really look up to him. As far as YouTube goes, I don't know if there's anyone that I necessarily look up to, but I do admire the Animal Wonders Montana channel. I know I say that a lot. I would say that I admire Jessie from Animal Wonders Montana. I really feel like she's got her head on straight and she knows what she wants, and it's very similar to what I would want out of my life, so I would say I really look up to her. Who inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So funny story, this channel that you guys are watching right now, Little Lottie's Heartland, is not the first YouTube channel that I ever had. I do have another channel that I started a really long time ago, like 7 or 8 years ago, I don't even know. Originally when I started that channel, I wanted to be a makeup guru. I know it's ridiculous because I barely wear any makeup now just because it's harder to find cruelty-free makeup, but I used to be huge into makeup and beauty and all that stuff, and so I used to watch Makeup by Tiffany D. I'll put a picture of her on the screen for you guys, but I used to be obsessed with her channel. She was the first person I ever started watching on YouTube. I loved her videos. I thought she was so beautiful. She reminded me of Celine Dion for some reason, which is so random, but I used to love her channel. I don't really watch her anymore just because I don't really do the whole makeup thing anymore, but she was what made me want to start a YouTube channel way back when. Now, as far as this channel goes, no one person in particular. I just knew that I wanted to start fresh. My old channel never really went anywhere and I never took it really seriously or like edited my videos or anything. So definitely now this channel, I just wanted to start fresh and kind of just, I found inspiration within and I just wanted to do a new channel. So I started this one. If you could choose one mystical animal, what would it be? So I think you mean like if I could have one animal that isn't like present or is extinct or something, what would it be? I would love to meet and see a real dinosaur. I think that would be amazing. I love dinosaurs. But the real answer, yes, as amazing as meeting a dinosaur would be, if someone offered me a dinosaur today, like in front of me, I would say no because this planet doesn't deserve dinosaurs. I would say no, but I think dinosaurs are amazing and they're my favorite animal. Would you ever get a rabbit? Maybe. I've thought about it. I love them. I think that Holland lops are like the cutest things in the entire world. I don't know if I would get one because I wouldn't want to keep one by themselves and I don't have the space for two. So maybe I would want one, but I don't think that I would get them anytime soon. You know what I mean? Okay, so those were most of my Instagram questions. Now let's move over to YouTube. Can you do an updated video on all of your cages, like a cage tour? Yes, I can do that for you guys. I will definitely add that on the list. Which pet would you be like if you could be like one of your pets? Probably one of my cats. My cats have the most chill life ever, so probably my cats. Hamsterific asks, what pet would you really like to own next or just in general? That's a really good question. There's a lot of animals that of course I would love to have, as I mentioned previously, but as far as owning next, I don't know what my next pet will be. I'm really content right now with the number of pets that I have. However, there are a few animals that I am looking at for possibly next year. The only thing is I'm trying to find them as adoptions or rescues, and the animals that I am interested in, there are actually two that come to mind. I can't find them. I've actually been looking and researching, and honestly, I'm having zero luck. The two animals that I want aren't very common, so they're not something that you will ever see on Craigslist or at a rescue shelter or anything like that. But also I'm struggling because I don't want to buy from like a breeder or anything like that either, and I honestly am having a really hard time finding anyone that has them. So I know this is kind of a all over the place answer, but really long answer shortened. there are 2 animals that I would love to have, possibly next year, but I'm kind of in limbo at the moment. Why did you decide to get a hamster? So 2 years ago, I didn't have all of the pets that I have now. I had dogs, cats, and my hermit crabs, but I didn't have any of the other animals that you guys have seen me get within the last year. But I knew that I wanted something. I felt like something was missing from my life. I really didn't know what I wanted, and I was researching a lot of different species. I was looking at turtles and tortoises and birds and rabbits and hamsters, and I just didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. Literally one day I just walked into PetSmart. I saw Moo, and it was a done deal. She was meant for me. I loved her. She completely washed my anxiety away. The minute I got her, I knew it was right. I knew it was what was best. And she was so healing for me. She was like the catalyst for all my other pets that I now have. I will never get more animals than I'm comfortable taking care of. So I'm not going to be getting new animals every month or every week or anything like that. That's not my style. I do like to kind of take my time and rescue an animal if I see something that needs a home or adopting and things like that. Like I mentioned earlier, there's actually 2 animals that I really want right now or would love to have within the next year or so, but I can't find them anywhere. So it's like, do I just not ever get one? Or do I just break down and find one that I can buy? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm stuck. I'm really stuck right now. Really long answer. Sorry about that. But yes, that is why I ended up getting Moo, my hamster. My favorite color is probably like pink and purples and those types of things. And then also the blue that's on my icon. I think that's a really pretty blue. Favorite movie of all time is Twister. I don't know why. This has just been my favorite movie since I was a kid, and I absolutely love it. Favorite TV show of all time? Easy. That would be Charmed. This is the collector box set, Book of Shadows. Charmed. It is unopened because I can't find it in my heart to open it, even though I really want to. Do you have any plans on getting a new pet? Yes, I went into detail on this. I love your cats. They're so beautiful. Thank you. What type are they? So my cats are, Mama Kitty and Big Kitty are Maine Coon mixes. Mama Kitty is very dainty, so she's definitely not full Maine Coon. Big Kitty is pretty much full Maine Coon. She's huge. And then Mama Kitty's 2 babies, Isis and Pumpkin, are part Maine Coon, part Persian. I will put a picture on the screen of what their dad looks like. He was a flame point, like bright orange, flat-faced Persian. So that's why their faces are pretty pushed in, and they're super, super fluffy and fat. Would you recommend a crested gecko or a Pac-Man frog for a first-time pet? That completely depends on who you are, how old you are, what your money and financial resources are. Do you like amphibians or do you like reptiles? I can't answer that for you. It's really something you'll have to research yourself, search from within, and figure out which one was best for you. What is the last meat product that you remember eating before you went vegan? That's a very good question. Thank you, Mikey. The last meat product that I can remember eating is, I think, chicken, but I honestly cannot remember. I don't know. I know that I never ate a lot of pork or anything like that, even when I wasn't vegan, but probably chicken, I think. I can't remember. So I did get a lot of vegan questions, which I'm so happy about. I love talking about it, but I know that it can also kind of be taboo and some people don't want to hear about it. So if you guys are interested in more vegan videos, or you just have more vegan questions for me specifically, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Or if you guys want me to make a full video on why I went vegan, how to go vegan, or vegan products or anything like that, feel free to let me know, because I would love to talk about that for you guys. If you guys didn't already follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I will put that on the screen for you guys. I'm also on Twitter and YouNow as Lori Hart on YouNow, and I'm on Twitter as LittleLottie24. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the questions. I had a lot of fun with this. I will see you guys in my next video. Be kind. Bye.